So, first off, get all this shit out of the way. This, my mobile phone holder, bought from Tesco, princely sum of £12 or something, and it's a horrible piece of shit. Don't buy one. I've lost several hours of my life ranting at that piece of shit. Remote control for the drift. I'm going to need that for the immediate future. Just check it still works. Yep, that works. Stick it here so I don't stand on it. That would be annoying. I'm sure they're exceptionally cheap to replace. In fact, I dropped my camera the other day. You may notice there's a horrible mark. I dropped the camera off the tank onto the floor, scratched the lens. Really unhappy about that. Sadly, no funds in the coffers to replace the lens just yet, so I'm afraid you're going to have to bear with the feeling that you've got a fly in your eye. What are we going to need today? What a messy toolbox. Bar ends first. These are actually the standard Yamaha bar ends, but I've got them on the rental bars. These are rental 756 road high, but I've used a cheat that I found on Del Boy's garage. I'll put a link to it. Really handy video. Should have come out at that point, but doesn't want to play. Expect to see a lot of that. Hopefully these are still going to work, otherwise I'm going to be very, very disappointed. Oh, come out, you mother hubbard. Sit. Here she comes. What's in here is nothing more than a roll bolt bought from B&Q for like, it was £4 for a pack of 5 or something. So that, £4 for a pack of 5, so I've got a couple of spares in the tank, conveniently in England rather than here in Germany, so glad that one still works. Hopefully the other one will be the same. But that, instead of what, £30 or whatever it was for the rental official bar ends, which is a joke. Good boy. Now I am talking very softly because, as you can see, there are homes around here, and I don't want everybody here to think that the English are mad because they talk to themselves. Although I would like to point out that I've cleverly attached my camera to the peak of a baseball cap, so I don't have to do this with my helmet on. Hats off to some of you chaps out there that do this shit with your helmet on for the benefit of your videos. The Gentleman Biker, I've very much enjoyed some of your work, but I felt strangely uncomfortable for you, knowing that you're doing that in the cramped confines of your lid. There we go, all good. Put these over here out of the way. Now, the problem I do have with this is these bars are a lot higher than the standard bars, so all of these cables and things are really tight. So I kind of have to do a bit of loosen the bars, move them to one side to get these ones off, move them to the other side to get the other ones off. Where to start? Might as well just loosen everything off. There we go, that's loose already, job done. Looks like an 8 to me. Yep, 8. Just spanner please. 10, probably going to need that. Oh, look at that, 8. The old calipers are as accurate as ever. Yeah, that's loose. Switchgear needs a Phillips screwdriver if I remember correctly. Look at those horrible rusty screws. Why do they do it? Why do they make the bike all nice, shiny, spend the time developing it, and then put mild steel screws in everything so they rust to death within months of it being off the showroom floor? Bastards you are. Yamaha, you buggers. I think all the manufacturers do it, don't they? Try and make it cheap, but it makes it expensive for the owner in the long run when you've got to replace everything with non-rusty shit. And this tank bag mount is kind of coming in quite handy. You have to pop the clamps off to get all of these shimmied off. The schoolboy error I have made is I don't have many cable ties. I've got a lot of other random shit, but no cable ties. Oh, there's one. Nope, it's the end of one. So that's about as useful as Elton John in a bar brawl. There's a baby one. Who starts a job like this without any cable ties? So the useless end, chocolate teapot. Oh, there's another one. That one's about as useful as a waterproof bath towel. And finally, Gail Porter's hairbrush. So I've got 2 little cable ties. You plonker. Anyway, onwards. I'm going to pop these shiny little caps off. 2, 3, 4. You can sit there. Looks like a 6 to me on the old Allen front. Hello, Allen. Bloody hell. I think Jeff Capes did these up. Now, I've always thought that arrow means that you do the top ones up tight first when you're doing them up, and then that acts as a clamp so that when you do the bottom ones that's what tightens up onto the bar. Any thoughts on this, anyone? Right, I'm going to take this right off because I need some proper manoeuvring with this bar. And for a start I need to spin this round to get the heated grip switch off. Don't want that anyway. Probably just hold the new bars on with goodwill. See, they're all rusty as well. So RNG, you're just as guilty as the bike makers. Why'd you do it? Just bloody annoying. Right, you can sit there and I'll forget to put you on until too late in just a moment. What always surprises me about this kind of setup is that I've got a bolt here, an Allen head there and a screwdriver here. I mean, surely there could be some kind of standardization going on here so you don't need a full toolkit to adjust something. See, this one's quite handy because I can pop that completely off. There we go. Take you that way. Phillips screwdriver on this one. Incidentally, if ever you get tempted to pull this apart when you've got it off for any kind of maintenance, I would recommend you don't. I once spent 3 hours in an underground car park at work trying to put all of the switch contacts and the buttons and the springs and shit back together in that. I mean, I opened it up and it was like a little hand grenade. Bits everywhere. And it happened so quick, I wasn't really sure if I had all the bits or not when I tried putting it back together again. It was a nightmare. Am I going to be able to get that off? See what I mean? I just haven't got the cable length to do anything. Can't do that a bit more. Gotta give me some give, y'all. There we go. Oh, that felt good. Same on the other end. There's a choke cable popped out, brilliant. I used a bit of heat shrink there because with these rentals, apparently if you drill the bars, they're no longer guaranteed by rental. So I put a bit of heat shrink on there, but I've got to be honest, it just kind of eventually lost its grip and started to move anyway, so I'll be using a bit of insulation tape for some more stick this time. Why isn't that coming off? I just have to prise the jaws apart a little bit there. And voila! Rental bars off. Absolutely minging. See what they look like next to the new ones. It's going to be quite a difference, isn't it? One thing I am happy about is I've got a lot more real estate here, my switch gears and stuff, and I'm thinking about getting bar end mirrors, so that's going to be handy. I did find that my clutch and brake levers were right up against the corner here. I was literally using every single millimetre of space there, so now I can have a bit more room. Not nearly as high though. I hope that's not going to make it uncomfortable. Well, we'll soon see. But if you're after a set of rental 756s, drop me a line. These ones will be going on the Tinterweb very soon. I don't really know why I undid that all the way. Probably didn't need to, did I? That's disappointing. Put it back together now. Oh, I need 5 bloody hands to get this to work. Right, you go in there. That in pops in there. Where's a beautiful assistant when you need one? Gotcha, you bastard. Oh, you bastard. So yeah, don't undo that. Probably don't have a coffee before you do stuff like this as well, because then your hands won't shake. Maybe I've just got some kind of terrible underlying neurological problem. I'm going to go with the coffee though. Right, bars. Now ironically, these bars have already been drilled for Yamaha FZS600 I believe. XJR, I can't remember. But I've already filed off my little nubbins in there that would have gone in those holes perfectly. Look where they are. That's in exactly the right place. So what I'm going to do is tape it. I need to know where it's going to go first. Oh, it's finished though, aren't they? Like gunmetal grey. I like that. I think all the choices before were black or silver, but it's a nice mix of the two if you ask me. And grey bars means grey tape. I know it's going to be out of sight, but that's the kind of pedant that I am. Don't ask me why. So I might have known that was going to happen. Bollocks. Tell you what might make it easier. If I unclip the wiring, then I can separate it. Look at that. Why didn't I do that before? Retrospective top tip number 2. Unhook your clutch cable. Not your clutch cable, but your clutch switch wire, cut-offy thingy, whatever you want to call it. Stick my biggerizer in there. Biggerize that hole. Try again. What you do have to be careful of is not to over-tape it, because then your switchgear doesn't close up properly and lets water in. Don't worry that it's chewed that up a bit. It's kind of the point. It's supposed to grip it. Oh, bollards. I'm a victim of my own neatness here. Everything's loomed together, look, but it means it all has to come as one. It all has to come together. Oh, wow. Right, well that is solid as a rock. I don't know if it's in exactly the right place, but I can tweak that in a minute. Now foot to the side. Oh dear, that's not good. It's not good at all. Well, I'll put it on, fix it in a minute. Where's this one going to end up? Bang over the hole. said the actress to the bishop. Insulation tape, bloody brilliant stuff this, isn't it? Second only to gaffer. So, another top tip, unplug the contacts off of your brake switch, because if you don't, you'll snap them off. I'm not sure I want to put this on the internet now, look, a proper f***ing Burke. I suppose the real biggest lesson here is if you ever see AndyManCam's garages being advertised, run for the hills. Right, now they're all on, get these bars lightly clamped down just to stop them jumping about. Why is it when we do bike maintenance, balance our tools on the fuel tank, which is always convex, and so everything always rolls off, yet you still do it next time, every time. Right, now the bar end's got a bit of a recess, so I need to add some extra there. Thank you, Doughboys Garage. Ordinarily on the Fazer, this throttle cable assembly here goes up over the top of this. I kind of prefer the tidiness of having it underneath, so that's where I'm going to put it, because that's the kind of badass I am. Oh, it's hard work this. I'm going to take a seat. See again, different size Allen key. What is that about? Just trying to make my life difficult. Ah, cheeky text message. Binkelhofer. G'day Binks. New bars on yet? Oh, the chances of that. I've already just sent him a picture of it. I've never had a message about what I'm doing in a video while I'm doing the video. That is brilliant. Anyway, this would have been quite a good opportunity to take off the heated grips perhaps. So I could have had slightly thinner grips for the summer, for a bit more feel, but the beauty of them is, it means that when your hands get wet, or just cold if you're out late, you don't have to change your gloves, you can keep the summer gloves on. Just warm the grips up instead. Oh, I'm full of gems, me. Loads of f***ups, but a couple of gems. That's pretty solid. Our end number 2. Shift you along a bit. Look at that, found the hole without even looking, said the bishop back to the actress. No point tightening them up too much. I'm going to work out where the bars are going to end up first. Is that where I want them? I think that's where I want them, that feels good. Clamp that down. As I said before, top one first, and then the bottom one. And the one thing with having the throttle body down like that, make sure the brakes don't foul on it at all. Go, all good. Sure that's tight. Same here. Nip. Plug the clutch switch back in. Ah, heated grip switch. As promised, forgot to do that. And there we go. And we're all good. Old, new. I think I prefer the new. It's definitely wider. Not too much lower either. Best get out and try it out. Before I can try anything, to go inside to get these bad boys to stick a few crimps on those brake switch wires. I fancy getting rear-ended because of my own cock-up. Sounds so wrong. I can see the whole wiring being replaced before long. It's a problem with old bikes, isn't it? Oh, and here's the HID ballasts in there for the Bizenons I may have spoken about before. They look pretty cool, but sadly they've got to go. Let's hope I've got enough wire left to get to the switch now though. Ah yeah, there's plenty there. Except some dickhead's velcroed a drift remote control in the way. May have been orchestral in the breaking of the wire in the first place, I guess. Might be back to the drawing board with that location. There we go. Numero 1, numero 2. Oh, do they work? Or have I wired them the wrong way round? Does it even matter? Brake lights are go. Check the back one while I'm here. Yep, all good. Just move her back round to a parking space because these aren't even my garages. Yeah, they feel good. Really good. Lots of control, I like it. Amazing what a few extra millimetres of width will do, said the gardener to the actress after the bishop had finished. Right, see you out on the road. Ta-ta.